welcome back. Today I'm going to show you some Really Right Stuff. This is the Really Right Stuff TVC 24L tripod leg, and the ball head is the BH40. This set is really designed to work together. They actually sell this as a kit, although the kit price is really essentially the same as the two parts separately. So it's I think $10 off if you buy them, but it's nothing significant. So basically, it's a carbon fiber tripod. Let me start with the tripod, then I'll talk about the ball head. The legs itself have a really cool feature. First of all, in the middle, they have what they call their Sure Grip Apex lock system. It's a patented system to insert different modular sections into the middle. And so this just has a flat plate, but there's also a column that's available, and there's also a leveling base available. Which is great. I absolutely love that idea. Enduro does that, and Fisal, a bunch of people do. And I think that's super smart, and I'm a big fan. Now, one of the coolest things, and I really appreciate this, is the way that the leg works. So you have a little lever that pulls out like this, and then once you lift the leg up, a spring engages, and so as you pull the leg back down, it snaps into place and locks your spot. So setting the legs can be super fast. You basically just pop them out, get them to the angle that you want, and boom, you're ready to go. The twist locks are fantastic. They work really well. They're a quarter turn system, and they work very nicely. I do have to say, for anybody that watched my video of the FLM legs, these don't work as well as the FLM. They work great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they're not going to hold up just fine. But the FLM, when you use those twist locks, they are just absolutely mind-bogglingly smooth and effortless to use. These feel good, but not as good as that. If that makes any sense at all, just in terms of relative smoothness and efficiency. Alright, so this is the height of the tripod at full height, and that is fantastic. A lot of people talk about, why do I need a tripod that is taller than me? And the main reason is you're not always going to be working from solid ground. You may be working in sand where things sink, or you could be standing up right at the edge of a cliff and you want to actually extend the legs down over the hill in front of you. Or you're going to set things up on a very rugged angle, so maybe one leg is going to be quite short, but one of them needs to be really long to get you a level shooting surface. So having a nice tall tripod, I am a big fan of that, and I think this is a fantastic height. I am 5'10", or 5'9", maybe, somewhere in that range, and this, with the ball head on there, is a good solid 6 feet tall, which is super good. Another nice feature about this, I'm just going to drop it back down one section just to make it a little easier to talk about the ball head. The metal that is on here is actually milled out of one solid piece, so which is a fantastically sturdy and stable way of doing things. So basically, rather than pouring it into a cast, it's actually milled out of a solid chunk of metal, which gives it an exceptional holding power and strength and stability. It is a very stable tripod. The weight capacity for this, it's a 3.7 pound tripod, but it will hold 40 pounds, so that's a fantastic ratio. The ball head is only rated at just under 20. I think it was either 17 or 18 pounds, but it's still going to be plenty to hold, you know, a good size full frame DSLR with a good size, like 300, 400 millimeter lens. You're rock solid there. Alright, so the ball head, the BH40, I did a standalone review because it actually arrived on my doorstep about a week ahead of the legs. I like it. I can even say, honestly, I pretty much love it. There's the one thing that I'm not a huge fan of. And that thing is the fact that there is no locking mechanism for the lever release. If it gets bumped open, then it's going to open. And I put the video up before, and actually what I did was I uploaded my video, and I forgot to put my little intro outro thing to it, and so I took it down and put it up again the next day, same exact video, but just added my my little things at the beginning and end. And there was a comment on the first one when I took it down, and I apologize to the user that put that comment there. It was by no means a way of avoiding the comment, but their comment was that they've had this ball head for 2 years and that's never happened to them. That's absolutely true. And I would say you could probably find a whole bunch of people that would have them for 5 years and it would never happen. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the consequences if it does. Alright, so if you have a 5D Mark IV and a $2,000 lens, whether it's 70 to 200 or 24 to 70 or 16 to 35, they're all $2,000. There you have one of those on your tripod and that falls off. You're dealing with like a $6,000 hit. And I just think, for all that it would take to put a little locking mechanism in there, for my money, that's what I want in a $400 to $500 ball head. It's just a difference of opinion, and if somebody, I mean, this is not like a complete risk waiting to happen, but there is a risk there that could be avoided. So that's all I really have to say about that. That's my point of view, and I'm sure a lot of Really Right Stuff lovers are going to absolutely be just fine with it, and I would certainly not be afraid to put my camera on this. Don't read it the wrong way. I'm just saying that for the same exact money, like within $5 I think, or maybe $15 of the same price, is the Acrotech GP with the little lock, and it's a no-brainer for me. But that's that. One of the design features on here that I love is the fact that these two knobs, which are virtually identical in size, actually are different shapes. So the bottom one is your locking pan lock, so when you tighten that, it won't let your ball head spin. And the fact that this knob is actually slightly different, and it has the little serrations in it or whatnot. This is the friction control for your ball head. And the fact that they're different, I think, is super smart. I wouldn't mind having them slightly different placements. Maybe move one of them onto the other side, or maybe over here, because they are, if you can see, you're going to bump into each other when you're using them. Splitting hairs, not the biggest deal on the planet Earth, but in terms of design, refinement or whatnot, if they go back and do another one, if I was talking to their engineer and saying, hey, what about this? I would think, what about moving them around so that they're not in the same spot? And then this mechanism, the lever to control the lock down the ball, works wonderfully. So all in all, I would certainly give the legs a 5 out of 5. Love the legs to death. I'd give the ball head a 4.8 out of 5. It's just that little thing is the point too. If this ball head were $100 less than one with a lock, yeah, even then, by the rationale of $6,000 worth of gear on there, you have to just make your own decision where it is. It's kind of like buying a car without airbags. There was a period in time where you could buy a car without airbags, and not, you were going to roll the dice on whether you had an accident or not. It's kind of the same deal as like airbags for your camera. So that's that. If you are going to be out at one of my June 2017 Tripod Roadshows, I'll bring this along with me. Really Right Stuff needs to have this gear back by the end of June, so anything past that in July and August, those dates will not include the Really Right Stuff gear. They'll have all the stuff that's listed on the website. If you want to check out the locations, the dates, and whatnot for those meetups, just go to bit.ly/Tripod Roadshow, and all the dates are there. I have more dates coming. They'll be added soon. There's going to be a couple more in the Philadelphia area. Alan's Camera is going to host one. So a big shout out to Brandon and the guys over at Alan. And Kurt and the guys over at Cardinal Camera are also going to host one. So those are two fantastic camera shops in the Philadelphia area that I'm sure all of my Philly friends are going to be very familiar with. I'm looking at the specifics for the location out in the Gettysburg area, and I'll have that up on the website within the next week or so. So yeah, that's going to be June, and then in July and August I'll have stuff in North Carolina, I'll have stuff out in Colorado. I'm looking at a couple of other options, so it'll flesh out over the summer, but lots of places, and hopefully people will get a chance to come out and play with this stuff and check it out for yourself. Do me a favor, if you would please, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. It helps me out tremendously. If you find something that's useful, please share it and help people find it. I also have a giveaway going on, actually 2 of them. The meetups there's one giveaway for a roller backpack for Think Tank. I've used that now for a couple of weeks, and every single day I love it more. And my shoulders and back love it more, because that roller thing just, I can't believe I haven't had one for the last 5 years. They're amazing. And then there's a smaller bag giveaway for the month of June, just for my YouTube listeners and viewers. And the way that will work is just based off of interaction. So all you need to do is subscribe, or share something out, or comment, and I will just go through at the end of the month and pick one of them, and then Think Tank will be sending you a bag. So yeah, that would be super cool. If you have anything that you would like me to review, I did get one comment the other day about doing some maintenance articles. I thank you very much for that. That is an awesome idea. I've actually reached out directly to Canon, and I've asked them to have me come in and kind of get a rundown on what their prescribed cleaning, what user work you can do versus what you should have done at the factory, and cover all of that. Another one of the questions on there in the same comment was about sensor cleaning. I don't clean my own sensor. I just, the expense of my camera gear, I have a membership to CPS, Canon Professional Services, and they do some free sensor cleaning events, and every now and then I'll travel out to one of those and get it done for free, or I'll send it out and I get a loaner. Highly recommend that as an option. I don't like the idea of sticking my hand inside there up by that sensor. I know Jim Harmer has done some articles on how to do that, and and I don't think it's supposed to be the hardest thing in the world. I'm a klutz, and I just know that I would do some catastrophic thing to my camera, and so I don't go there. But in terms of lens cleaning and the exterior cleaning of your body and whatnot and all of that other stuff, I will cover all of those in upcoming weeks. Thank you very much, and have an awesome day.